Right here is a piece of wood that's kind of trying to chip off the stairs. It's you can see the crack up here on top, and it extends to right about there. So yeah, I need to somehow get this put back in place. I thought about using nails. I'm probably going to use a good quality of white wood glue, and my plan right now is to drill a very tiny hole in here and use a hypodermic with a special needle to inject glue behind here, and hopefully that will keep it from snapping off, because let me tell you, it's easier to maintain stuff than it is to go back and do a full repair on it. Okay, let me see what I got. I've made my own hypodermic. This needle is actually a sprayer tube off of a cockroach spray thing, which I sawed off and epoxied onto the end of a hypodermic. And back here I've got a little tiny drill, and it's about the size of that tube, a little bit smaller, and my old handy twist drill, a knife for a little bit of cleaning, a good quality white wood glue, and what I've done is I have lightly cleaned behind this crack, and again it goes down to about right in here somewhere. I didn't poke the knife all the way down there, and I can actually see where the crack extends down here, and cleaned out here a little bit. And the plan is to drill 1 or 2 small holes and force the glue in behind here, and that will be the repair. If you're watching this video, it either means I succeeded or I have messed it up so badly that there's a lesson to be learned. Okay, so the next step, I need to drill my hole in here, load up my hypodermic. I've filled the syringe by just putting a couple drops of wood glue in here. It doesn't take a lot. And you know, anytime you deal with something like this, wear goggles or whatever, because these can blow off of here. You're talking about higher pressures. Needles can blow off and whatever. And you know, I'm using obviously, like I said, not a real needle. So you know, there's precautions, puncture skin and all that. Dangerous stuff. Don't know what you're doing, don't do it. Okay, so let's get to it. Let's see if I can get it. Here's the first hole here. I drilled 2. There's one back here. There's one here. And this stuff is thick. It's going to take a little bit to convince it to go into that hole. And you don't want to stab it all the way to the bottom of the hole. There you can see it oozing out. Okay, second hole. I think I've got it stuck into the bottom. Yeah, I can see a little bit emerging. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's starting to come out of there. Yep. Okay. Whoops, just took out my needle. Okay, I have to do a little repair on that before I continue. But you can see it oozing out of the crack on top all along here. And that's good, that's what we want. I'm going to work it in there a little bit by pumping this thing in and out. Maybe using the blade here a little bit to just barely move it out of there, because I don't want to split this thing off of here. Okay, and then we'll see what happens. So I'm working it in here, making sure it comes all the way out to this edge, this end, and later I'll get some wood filler and fill in that notch so this end is not easily snagged. So you can see I'm just kind of working the glue around. And I forgot to bring it, but I need to get something heavy to lean up against here to ensure that the wood is held firmly together. Okay, I need to go get that. Well, when plans 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 fail, grab the old shower rod and use it as a clamp and brace it up against the wall. Okay, yes, every other clamp I had failed. So, I'll leave it in place. I think the glue recommends 4 hours. Probably leave it in place longer just to make sure it dries hard. And that should be that. Okay, well, let's let it sit and leave it alone for a while. Okay, see, it's been about 6 hours. Oh. And yeah, it's not, I can't pop it away from there like I was before. I'm going to have to figure out some way to fill that, but otherwise, yeah, it's pretty good. I'll have to sand it and fill it. Okay, well, that was it. I hope you found it useful and interesting in your home DIY repair projects.